Good evening. Good evening, ladies. How are we doing? How has been your day? Or how has your day been? Huh? Good evening, everyone. How has our day been? Let me put in my shirts. How's our day been? Thank you, Grace. How are we seeing this weather? Fine. Good evening. Anolua. I'm good. Good evening, Mohammed, Grace. Yeah. No, sorry. You need fire. Good evening, Foyisala. Good evening, Vera. I'm happy to see every one of you again. I know many of you were happy that there was no class on Thursday or Saturday. I know it's a time for us to just, sit back and refresh ourselves, our memory, go back to the things we've learned. Because that's a nice round. Whether the weather, whatever the weather may be, it's meant for us. God is faithful, yes. So today's ride is going to be bumpy. So, guys, I would like us to just sit tight and prepare ourselves. See, my eyes is closing because I'm very, 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 like I said, will I use the word tired? I'm sure tired small, sha. So let's use this minute and wait for others while we take a cup of tea, we take a piece of bread, and we just get ourselves ready for today's class. I don't know what's wrong with the network. Oh. Network, God will help us today. This rain that I do not want to fall finish. Thank you. Thank you. The weather is very, very great. Is there anybody that needs tea? If you need tea, I can way be tea to you. Can way be some tea. Hmm. My day too. It was tired. Good evening. Good evening, Oluwa Kemi. Thank you, Grace. You need fried eggs. Fried egg. Levina, fried eggs and sardine. Me gone. Me gone. I need fried eggs and sardine. You need tea. Receive tea. Just close your eyes. Stretch forth your hands like you want to receive something because you're going to receive something. And call it forth. You will see it. Good evening, Tina. Need hot coffee. Coffee is not good for the voice, but you can take it in this type of way. So, in the next 1 minute, good evening, Prega. Good evening, patients. I'm just saying some names. I'm just saying some names for the first time, but no wahala, no problem. You guys should just make sure you're on the elements. Okay, Miracle. Good evening. Happy New Year to you too. Oh, that's good. Somebody has just received that too, and it's for real. Trust me. So, guys, let's love it. Good evening. Let's dive into today's class. So, I'm going to be taking today's class very, very slow. Today's class, the ride is going to be a bit bumpy. So, don't worry, I'll try my possible best to see how I can explain it in such a way that we're going to understand. But don't beat yourself up. Trust me, that's why I'm here. And my colleague just to make it uh, great and to make you guys understand. So, can I get the word? Do you want me to fly? Can I get a fly? It's time already. Can I get a fly? There are no questions. There are no demo. It's just a deep dive into Amazon Kinesis. And I didn't make the slides much, you understand, but I'll be doing some explanations that I would like us to really get. So once again, I just want to congratulate every one of you so far, those of us that are still pushing up till now. So let's move on. So we're going to talking about a wonderful service. This service is very good. The service has been nice. This service has been great. You know, the service has been too much, has been too much. People love this service. People use this service. People, organizations talk about this service. Businesses talks about this service. I talk about the service. Uh, Incubator Hub talk about this service. Trust me. And the name of the service is no other service than Amazon Kinesis. Amazon Kinesis. So I know all AWS the names of all the services can be funny at times, but once you just hear the name or you see the logo, you should be able to understand and remember what the service is all about. So let's let's proceed. Amazon Kinesis. So Amazon Kinesis is part of Amazon's own services. So it's a cloud-based service. When you think of Kinesis, just think about data ingestion, data collection. I know we have different types of data. We have data in the form of objects, form of files, in form of videos, you know, IoT devices, and the rest. So we are going to be going deep into Amazon Kinesis, but Amazon Kinesis is made up of four services. So let me move my slide now. This slide move now. Why is it not moving? Okay. Okay. So these are the four services that makes up or that are composed of Amazon Kinesis. So we have the Kinesis data streams, Kinesis data firehose. I know these names are sounding somewhat to our ears. Kinesis data analytics and Kinesis video streams. So we said data streams and video streams, data firehose, and data analytics. See, just data. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'll be explaining each of these services one by one. So just trust me, just know we are dealing with data, different type of data. So now we are going to go deep into each one of these services. So are we good to go? Let's go. So I think they will have to remove me away from the road. I know you still want to see my face, but this is time where I just have to move away from the leave the road for you guys now. Hold on, please. Okay. So let's first of all do an overview of Amazon Kinesis. Let's know what we're talking about. Let's know what we're talking about. Amazon Kinesis. So Amazon Kinesis is a cloud-based service, as we all know, provided by AWS. So take note of what it allows. It allows you to collect, one, process, and analyze real-time streaming data. So data that is continuously flowing, real time, real time streaming data, real time streaming data. So let's focus. Okay, let's focus. Let's focus. Today's ride is going to be very bumpy. So I like us to, but I know you are good to go to, but I'd just like us to pay closer attention. So it enables you to build applications that can continuously ingest and process large streams of data record in real time. In real time. Take notes. Does that in real time. Hmm? So Amazon Kinesis makes it easy to collect, process, and analyze video and data streams in real time, ingest real-time data such as metrics, application logs, website click streams, and IoT telemetry data, and the rest of them. So it's all about analyzing data, um, you streaming data. You understand? Real time in real time. You're streaming data in real time. So this all about Amazon Kinesis. So this is just an overview, and the key components, like I said earlier, of Amazon Kinesis is the data streams, the data files, video streams, and data analytics. So can I get a fly? If you like me to proceed as we cover the first one, which is data stream. And mind us, can I get a fly first? Can I get a fly? So can I get a fly? Okay, one more fly. I've not seen. Okay, I wanted to even talk about Noah. Okay, Anoloa, Numerical, Grace. Okay, what is Levina? Levina, can I get a fly? Levina, again, Mohammed, can I get a fly? Okay, yes. Princess, that's a good one. Please, I just want us to all participate in this. So let's touch Kinesis data stream. So let's first of all touch this guy now. Okay, patience. So Amazon Kinesis data streams is a fully managed, take note, scalable service that allows you to collect and process real-time streaming data. So one thing when we say it's a fully managed, when we say Kinesis, even Kinesis, Amazon Kinesis is a fully managed service. You know, by now we should understand what we say what we meant by fully managed service. So from the word fully managed, it means that you hardly do some configuration compared to on-premise or traditional applications and the rest. You know, you will have to do a lot of setup and like the service, like the server, the storage. You have to do a lot of configurations. So you understand. But one thing that is good about AWS is that they help you move it. They help you with all those problems, so you can focus more on your data, focus more on your business, focus more on what else again, on building. You understand, instead of focusing more on the hardware, thinking about scaling and the rest of them. So at the core front of this, it's good for us to always understand that this is what cloud computing is all about. Hmm? So Kinesis data streams a fully managed, scalable service that allows you to collect and process real-time streaming data. So it does this in real time. So you understand? It is designed for application that require continuous ingestion and processing of data streams, so such as logs, event, and telemetry data. So data streams, we all understand what the meaning of streams. So the flow of data in real time. So moving from a particular place and going to another place. You understand? A destination. The destination can be a storage. Destination can be anything. The source can be a video, can be an application, you understand, that processes data and the rest of them. So the key features of Amazon Kinesis data, one is the real-time processing, so it handles data as it arrives. There's not like in Lagos that you're always saying go slow. Let's say you're moving from Ikoyi to Bagada, you understand, the long road, there's never a smooth road. Not that the road is bad, oh, but there must be go slow. So Amazon Kinesis data, they are telling you that it's happening in real time. There's no go slow. You understand? As the data moves away from the source, there's no go slow in that data in Kinesis data stream. It just flows. You understand? It's a stream. It just flows. You get it now? It just flows. There's no delay. There's no downtime. And we're going to see all that. Sorry, there are times I will have to or mute my mic because my nose too is running. The streams that are going from my nose, you understand? Hope you get the stream. So kindly permit me because of this weather. Okay, so let's proceed. So scalability, every Amazon services, they scale. We all know that. Integration, so easily integrates with other AWS services like Lambda, S3, and Redshift. So we all know this now. By now, we are pro. So let me just quickly say, is there any questions I would like to ask? If there are no questions, can I get just five flies? Five flies. I hope our hands are not busy. I hope our hands are not busy. I hope our hands are not busy. Please, guys. Please, ladies, don't leave me hanging here, please. I hope our hands are not busy. Our hands should be on our laptop, ready to type in anything I say. Okay. 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 Okay, that's good. This shows our hands are busy doing the writing, not, you understand, the other way around, maybe trying to divide something, in order for it to enter our throat and our stomach. So let's go. So some terminologies I would like us to know about Kinesis data stream. Now, Kinesis data stream is the one that is a service amongst other services under Amazon Kinesis that is a bit more broad. So I actually we are going to be taking this one by one. So we spend more time on Kinesis data stream, but every other one, the video streams, the data analytics, the what else again? The firehose, those ones they're not too difficult like that. They are not broad, but this one, this data stream, there's a lot going on there. So these are terminologies I'd like us to have at back of our mind and know what they mean. You understand? And there's an explanation for each of them. So the nine of them, there are more, but this is just at a high level, and these are the ones that we just need to know for now. So you understand? So Kinesis data stream. data record, capacity mode, retention period, producers, consumers, Amazon Kinesis data streams, application, shared, and partition key. Let's move on. So let's look into each of them one by one. So before we proceed, the first four talks about what is actually going on inside the Kinesis data stream. So think of it like the um, the ingredients to make up a bread. You understand what is going on, everything that is put together. You understand? In every ingredient in the bread, they serve a purpose. Just like the flour, serve a particular purpose to the body. The butter, serve a particular purpose. Body. Those of us that know how to do bread, some of us fry bread. Sorry, I don't even know, but hope we get the whole picture. So let's proceed. So take note, the first for Kinesis data stream, data record, capacity mode, and retention period talks about the Kinesis data stream in whole. So you understand what is going on inside the configuration. Let me put it in that way. Then the producers, the consumers, the Amazon Kinesis data stream application, the shirts. The shirt too talks about um, the configuration in Amazon Kinesis data stream and the partition key. So let's move to the next slide. So now let's touch each and every one of them. So let's talk about the first one, Kinesis data stream. So a Kinesis data stream is a set of shards, and we're going to see the meaning of shards. Think of shards like Amazon AC tools, but now they have a particular purpose, each one of these shards. So each shard has a sequence of data records. Each data record has a sequence of number that is assigned by Kinesis data streams. So the shards there are the ones that literally does the processing of the data. So you understand, like the compute aspect of it. So you understand. So now the data record is the basic unit of data in a Kinesis stream. So it has three parts. It's a sequence number, we're going to see the explanation, a partition key, and a data blob. So the data blob is a fixed size piece of data. So that's the data blob. Kinesis does not change or look at the blob's content. So the blob can be up to 1 MB. So now let's talk about the capacity, the capacity and how it can store data. You understand the capacity. So the capacity mode defines how Kinesis manages data stream usage and billing. So you can choose between two modes. How many of us remember this? You see, in most AWS services, when they talk about capacity mode, they talk about on demand, and mostly talk about provisioned. So you understand. So the on-demand Kinesis automatically adjusts the number of shards. Take note of shards. There's a there's a better explanation for what shard is in the next in the of the slides, the next slides. So adjust the number of shards based on your usage. So now this one you don't need to set the shards yourself. You don't need to, you understand, like configure and say this amount of shards I need. You understand? So that's for the on-demand mode. Then for the provision mode, so you set a fixed number of shares and you pay a set of rates for them. So you can change the number of shares as needed. You can choose to change it 10, 20. You understand? When you understand how your application flows or how data flows, so you can decide and say, okay, I need 20 shares. You understand? I need 50, I need 60, I need 10. So you understand? So that's for the capacity mode. Don't forget we have two modes. That's the on-demand mode and the provision mode. So let's proceed. So now let's talk about the retention period. So when data enters into data stream, there is a retention period there. You understand? Because it's flowing, so there's a retention period of how long data records are kept in the stream. You understand? By default, it is 24 hours, but it can be extended to a maximum of 365 days. Now, can I see us getting a biro down? And remember, this question can come out, or if something of such came out in the exam. Now, let's take note of this. You see, these keywords, when they talk of when they talk about storage, or when they talk about how long a data can stay within a service, you understand that, and it can also be extended, like its default states. For example, like this Amazon, like the retention period for Amazon Kinesis data stream is 24 hours, but you can extend it to a maximum of 365 days. These are key things that comes out in the exam. I can tell you, but these of us that are going to be doing the cloud practitioner maybe this year or maybe in January, and I would like us to take it. You understand? Don't once you we are through with this, you've done projects, don't waste time. You understand? Don't waste time. Just quickly, once the money comes, just take the exam. Do you understand? So please, can I just jotting something down here? You understand? And take note of all this. These are keywords that we need to note down. So by default, it's 24 hours, but can be extended to a maximum of 365 days. So you understand there are extra costs for keeping data longer. So can I see us? Hope you are not sleeping because of this weather. Hello, can I get a high? Not fly this time around. So people are already copy and paste fly in one place. They know anytime Mr. Um, Baker can just say, can I get a fly? And they'll just say, this is your fly. They'll just copy and paste. Can I get a high now? Okay, 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 okay. So that means it's entering. I'm doing a good job, right? Clap on me. So please, these keywords, trust me, you just have no no piped piper. Which one is the showing? Sir, can you please repeat your statement? Okay, so my statement is this. There are some keywords that we need to take note of. You understand? Mostly for the exam now, because there are some questions that there's no how they will come out at the cloud personal level, at the associate level. So the default state of a particular application and its maximum state. Let me put it like that. For example, when it comes to data retention in Kinesis data stream, in Kinesis, in Amazon Kinesis, in Lambda, in what again? Most of those storage services. I'm trying to remember another service that does that too. So take note of its default storage or its default retention period. There's some services there's a service I'm trying to remember. Don't mind me. And these services can be a lot. This service can be a lot. Imagine over more than 200 services. You can't put everything inside your head. So please permit me. But just take note of this. Now let me come again. No, don't mind me, I talk too much. So retention period and its capacity. This particular application service in AWS, let's say for example, we're talking about the Kinesis data stream. It is default state. So by default, it stores data 24 hours, but it can be extended to maximum of 365 days. Not all AWS services does this. So take note of this thing. So I believe by now we should have like a jotter, or we must have created um how many of us have heard of an Anki? What is the cost of the exam? Okay, I believe have we not discussed about this before? The class practitioner exam is $100, and the associate is $150. But you know what? Because you are in the incubator Nigeria, there's something I'm going to maybe the one we are talking about during the mentorship, or when we are doing the project, or when we are just trying to share with us some things, some deep things. We are going to release some key things to us. So for example, now after writing the collaboration exam and you pass by the grace of God, you understand? Trust me. After doing this, in fact, we are giving us a deep dive into uh, um, is what we are teaching us. To be honest, is far way beyond the cloud practitioner. Yes, it's far way beyond the cloud practitioner. So with this, once you're through, you can quickly go and take the cloud practitioner, because we're also going to give you some practice tests too. So, and like the key thing I was saying was, I said key thing, the insight I want to give us is that once you do the cloud optional exam, you understand, and you pass, you don't need to pay $150 for the associate. So you'll be paying half. So you'll be paying $75 for the associate exam. So let's leave that discussion to another time. See, that's what I'm saying. Victoria, you don't need to pay 250. And even see, there's some time that we don't even need to pay for the exam. All we need to pay is about $75. I'm telling you, for both exam. But let's leave that on that. Let's focus on Kinesis data stream. Let's focus on Kinesis data stream. That's why you are part of the incubator hub. You understand? There are so many insights. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. So we're talking about the retention period. Amen. So we're talking about the retention period. Um, we talk about its default. Um, excuse me. Talking about default retention period and its maximum retention period. So the producers are the source that sent records to Kinesis. Remember, Kinesis standing on its own. You understand? Sorry about that. Please, I'm so sorry about that. Can you just one minute, please? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. So sorry about that. So the producer, remember the data is coming, the producers are source. You understand? Data is coming from somewhere, and like maybe outside the cloud. You understand? And it can also be within the cloud. Data is coming from somewhere, and it gets to Kinesis data stream, you understand? To do the whole digestion, analyzing, and the rest of them. Then we have also the consumer. So consumers retrieve and process records from the Kinesis. So we see here that the Kinesis data stream is like the middleman now. You understand? It sounds like the conductor. Sorry for using this one, but I believe you understand. It sounds like the conductor, understand, between the driver and the passengers. So I hope you get it. You understand? When the conductor collects the money, he's not even the one that owns the money. He's going to share it between himself and the driver. He gives the driver. I don't know how to do it, but just think of it like that. Kinesis is the middleman. streams the data. You understand? There's a producer and there's a consumer. So you understand? Can I get a fly? If we are still following me, can I get a fly, please? Or if there are any questions, let me know. And if there are no questions, can I get a fly? I'm sorry for always having to mute the mic. I told us my nose is streaming off. I don't want to say it. So at some point, because of this weather, at some point I have to remove the streams from my. You get it? Hope we get it, Abby. Okay, okay. So let's talk about another terminology. The next terminology is Amazon Kinesis data streams application. Now, okay, this is a type of consumer that runs on EC2 instances. Take note of that. When I pull up an architectural diagram of the whole flow of Kinesis data stream, we're going to see how the producers are and the Amazon Kinesis data stream itself. You see the shares that are inside the Amazon Kinesis data stream, and we're going to see these consumers. Sorry. Oh, that's right. Remember you are Akinsiku Flyemi. So you can just go back to the videos, but don't worry. You see the grace to understand and follow us all through. So take note, this is a type of consumer that runs on EC2 instances. So there are two types of consumers. So the shared fan out and the enhanced fan out. So we're not going to go deep into this. So just know. So an application can use data from this stream and send it to other AWS services. So we get it now. So multiple applications can read from the same stream at the same time. So the stream, the Kinesis data stream, as it's flowing, multiple applications can read. You understand? They can be connected. They can be storage. They can be applications. They can be a data firehose. They can be data analytics. You understand? That collects data from this Kinesis data stream. Kinesis data stream on itself does not collect. You understand? It just stand there and it's like you're just throwing. You understand? The producer sends to the Kinesis data stream. Kinesis data stream ingests the data, do all the whole thing. You understand? That's been configured to do. Then another consumer collects the data, you understand, receives and process record the Kinesis from the Kinesis. You understand? Kinesis just does this in real time. You understand? Allows the flow of this data. Uh, so let's proceed. So now this is the share that I was telling us about. So now discussing about shares. Now these shares are really one of the key components in Kinesis data stream. Huh? So let's talk about this guy now. This guy is very important. So the shard is a section of stream. See, it holds a sequence of data records. Each shard has a set capacity for reading and writing data. So you can adjust the number of shards based on your data needs. I told us initially when I was explaining to us, oh, where is it again? That yes, when I was explaining to us about the data stream, that we can set the number of shades. You understand? You can see this is the amount of shades I need. You can say, I don't want this number of shades. You can say 10, 15, 20, and the rest of them. So if can I get a fly? If we are good to go. Okay. So okay, no questions. You guys are too much. Oh. Eh? See how you're just ingesting everything. Hmm? Not like your Kinesis data stream. No. You guys are just ingesting everything. So sorry, I said that sometimes I have to, you understand, handle the streams that are going in my nose. So let's talk about the next one. A partition key. I believe by now we've heard about partition key. So I will start. So, so you know I'm here. Don't worry. I'll gladly rise fly. You know I told you I have to quickly attend to the streams in my nose. Huh? So sorry every day. So let's talk about partition key. So a partition key groups data in a string. Hmm? So Kinesis uses this key to decide which shared a data record belongs to. Okay. So each partition key is a string, so it's up to 256 characters long. So Kinesis uses a hash function to organize the keys into shards. So think of the keys as an identifier. So you decide which shard a data record belongs to. So you understand? Hmm? My screen is becoming blur. I don't know if you can see that. Is my screen becoming blur? Please, can you still see my screen, please? Okay, okay. So sorry about that, Bosse. Okay, it's not blur. Bosse, what's going on? So let's proceed. So the other part there is a sequence number. So each data record has a sequence number. Okay, Bosse, I guess it's from the end. Yes. So Bosse, handle it. Olusola, clear. Okay, that's good. So each data record has a unique sequence number within its shard. So assigned by Kinesis when the record is added. Hmm? So the sequence number usually increases over time with longer gaps between writes, leading to large numbers. I believe we are still following. Hmm? There is almost 8. Let's fly. So let's look at the high level architecture of this Amazon Kinesis data stream, and you'll see most of the things I explained. You're going to see it there. So can we zoom now? I told us about the Amazon Kinesis data stream. Unlike other services in Kinesis, which we are going to see later on. So you see the guys on the left hand side, they are the producers. The producers can be anything. Producers can be EC2 instances, clients, producers can be you understand? A traditional server. So you see the Amazon Kinesis data stream in the middle. You see the number of shards. So whenever we see n, like shard n, it means infinity to as many shards as possible. So these shards are the ones that literally does the processing, does the data records are within them, and the rest of them. So you understand. So the more the flow, you understand, from these producers, if the flow, if the data that is being sent to Amazon Kinesis increases, the number of shards also increases. So if peradventure the data flowing from these producers to the Kinesis stream reduces, automatically you know what happens, the shard also reduces. So we now have the other guys in the other hand, you understand, waiting at the other hand, which are typically the consumers. So like I said earlier on, when we talked about Amazon Kinesis data streams applications, that you said they are uh, EC2 instances, how many of us to remember? There are a couple of EC2 instances. I would say there are two types of share: there's the fan out and the enhanced fan out. Hmm. So we now see on the other side, you see the list of storage that are there. So we see Amazon S3, is the storage, DynamoDB, Redshift, Amazon Elastic Map Reduce. Remember Amazon Elastic Map Reduce for big data. We've covered that. And Amazon Kinesis firehose, which we are going to cover in the next slide. So, in just in a nutshell, in order for us just to understand it, just think of Kinesis data stream. You understand? It streams data, but before the data gets to, you understand, to the final destination, you see these consumers. You understand? They are the EC2 instances. You understand that help process the data and also retrieves the data from the Kinesis streams, and stores it somewhere. Here we get. So, are there any questions? Would you like me to fly? I know we've covered Amazon Kinesis data stream, and let's fly to the next one. I can I get a fly? Hello, are we there? Hello, I will call names. Oh, or are we still trying to please? Okay, sir, please come again on the slide. Okay. Sir, can you explain the shirt again? Okay. Okay. Don't worry, let it come. Okay. Let's go back a bit. Why is this guy not moving? Sorry. Can you still hear me? Don't worry. I know this is going to be like this. Don't worry. Kinesis data stream is the one that we have to really digest. So let's come again in the Kinesis data stream. Okay, so let's dive into it. Okay, we said that the key terminologies of Amazon Kinesis data streams are these nines. So the shards, the Kinesis data stream, data record, the capacity mode, and the retention period. Think of it as the configuration within Amazon Kinesis data stream itself. And configuration within Amazon Kinesis data stream itself. And the partition key. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and 9. Now let's touch each of them one by one. So we know a Kinesis data stream is a set of shards. Remember, so each shard has a sequence of data record. So a data record is the basic unit of data in the stream. Gone, gone, gone. That's the data record. It's called the data record. So each of these data record has a sequence number that is assigned by the Kinesis data stream. Hmm? So think of the sequence number. Uh, um, so the sequence number is attached like to the data record. So it has this unique. The sequence number is unique within the shards. So this the sequence number is assigned by Kinesis. I'm trying to see how I can explain it to us in such a way that we can understand the sequence number within the shards. Hmm, There is a data record. The shard is a comparison of the data record that is inside. You understand? That makes up the shard. Hmm? Can you still hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Am I still audible? Someone is saying they can't hear me again. Okay. So the Kinesis data stream, you understand, is a set of shards. Think of the shards that they are the ones that does the processing, does the data record is within the shards. Hmm? And the data record itself is the basic unit of data in a Kinesis stream. So this data record has three parts: a sequence number, a partition key, and a data block, a fixed size piece of data. That is the data block. Okay. You understand? Data block is a fixed size of the data. That's like the size. Now, Kinesis doesn't change or look at the data, the blob's content. So for which one that can I do again? For I'm so sorry. For is it compliance reason? So you can be rest assured that as this data passes Kinesis data stream, you understand, Amazon, in a nutshell, Amazon has not to do with the data. They can't look into the data. You understand? So is your data, Amazon has nothing to do with it. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Kinesis doesn't change or look at the blob's content. Understand? The blob can be up to 1 megabyte or the rest. So let's talk about the capacity mode now. The capacity mode defines how Kinesis manages the data stream, usage, and billing. So this one has to do with the billing. So you understand? So we have the on-demand mode. Craig, I think it's your yeah, I think it's your network. So think of the capacity mode as the billing and the usage. You understand? So you know the amounts you'll be paying for each shard. You understand? You are charged based on the shards. So we have the on-demand mode, which does the automatic adjustment of the number of shards based on your usage. Think of it as serverless. So you understand? That's like the serverless aspect. We all know what a serverless means now. Like serverless aspect of the Kinesis data stream. So you understand? Then provision mode, you set a fixed number of shards, you understand? And you pay a set of rates for each shard. You can change the number of shards as you need. Can I proceed? Can I get a fly? Or if it's not clear, can I get a fly? Is it clear now? How is the noise in the background? Is the noise in the background much? Please do let me know so I can. No worry, trust me. It's always like that. It is very clear. So, Anoluwa, do you want me to start again? Is it clear? What's the question? What's the problem? So, guys, trust me, it's always like that. In fact, I'm preparing for the provisional level exam, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, the more you do your research, okay. So, okay. So I meant the. Okay, okay. 1 minute. Let me adjust the background. It's my generator. Sorry. So sorry about is the generator, my inverters. Some didn't really shine much today, so my inverter is very low. So, can we proceed now? I believe you understand. Kinesis talk. So, can we proceed? It's almost 8. Oh, please, it's almost 8. Can I move? Can I get a fly so I can move? Can I get a fly? I believe we understand kinesis now. Okay. So, let's see. We talked about the retention period, So, how long the data records are kept. Take note, the data records is the content. You understand? So by default, 24 hours, and it can be extended. Now you will have to adjust. Take notes. Another tip I just remembered now. So the retention period, if the retention period by default is 24 hours, you have to set uh, the how long you want data to be retained. So you understand, you can set it to maybe 90 days, 120 days if you like, but the maximum restriction is 5 days. So now moving forward, we have the producers. The producers are the ones, you understand, the guys that actually send the data into the Amazon Kinesis. The producers can be anybody, mostly applications, you understand, either from on-premise to the AWS cloud or any. So we also have the consumers. So the guys that are on the other hand, you understand, like collecting the money. I guess I didn't even make this analogy well. But don't let me use what is entering my mind. Me an analogy. Let's don't let me use the analogy that's coming to my head. Let's proceed. So we have the Amazon Kinesis data stream applications. We said these are the consumers that are run on EC2 instances. There are two types. There are two types: the shared fan out and the enhanced fan out. I'm not going to talk about that. Let's leave it like that. You understand? Just know that there are two types. Even at the associate level, this is what you need to know. So the application can use data from the streams and send it to other AWS services. So multiple applications can read from the same stream at the same time. So let's talk more about the shards now. You say the shard is a section of a stream. You see, it holds a sequence of data records. Mm? So each shard has a set of capacity for reading and writing data. So you can adjust the number of cells based on your data needs. You can choose to use the on-demand where you leave Amazon to just scale, or you say, okay, I want it to provision mode and I adjust the number of shared myself. You understand? And there's the partition key. So it groups data in a stream. Just take note, the partition key groups data in a stream. So Kinesis uses this key to decide which shard a data record belongs to. Uh, mm, I believe that's clear enough. So the sequence number, each data record has a unique sequence number within its shard. So data record has a unique sequence number within shard is assigned. This record is not assigned by, is assigned by Amazon Kinesis when the record is added. You understand? So the sequence number usually increases over time with longer gaps between writing, leading to large numbers. So use the architecture diagram again. So take note, you see the number of shards, you see the producers at the left-hand side, can be EC2 instances, can be clients, can be mobile clients, traditional servers. So you understand, and we have the consumers. In this state, the Amazon EC2 instances. So you understand, these are the ones that will pull the data, you understand, from the Amazon Kinesis data stream and You understand? You can store them in any of these data stores that are here. So I believe it's already 8 and we have to go for we have to take a break now. And this break is for summer car register. Um, sorry, attendance. Yeah, it's break time. So for us to mark our attendance and stretch our legs, and when we come back, we'll discuss the remaining three Kinesis services. So the time went very fast. Yeah, so it's the weather. That's how the weather is. So let's quickly mark our attendance, and I'll see you guys in the next 5 minutes. That's 8:07. Okay, I believe we are through. So sorry, guys. My network was sorry. I am so sorry about that. Okay, so I believe we understand everything that has to do. Uh, okay, what's going on? Mm, okay. Can I get a fly, please? Can I get a fly? If you'd like us to proceed from here. I believe there are no questions. So can I get a fly? Can I get a fly? I'm sorry for the delay. So sorry, guys. Please don't be offended. Can I get a fly now? Hello? Okay, Honora, Miracle, Vera, Chidera, Chi. Okay. Levina, okay. So let's move and talk about the next wealth matters, Lizzie. Let's talk about the next service within Kinesis. So the next service within Kinesis is Amazon Kinesis Data Firehose. So it's Kinesis Data Firehose. This is very simple. Trust me. So let's proceed. So Amazon Kinesis Data Firehose is a fully managed service. So take note for delivery real-time streaming data to destinations such as Amazon Simple Storage Service and Amazon Redshift, OpenSearch Serverless, Spunk, and the rest of them. So I just put this all up here so we can just know. And any custom HTTP endpoint or HTTP endpoint owned by supported third parties service providers. So including Datadog, and Dynatrace, Logic Monitor, MongoDB, that's a database service, New Relic, Krogo League, and Elastic, and the rest of them. So with Amazon Data Files, you don't need to write applications or manage resources. So you configure your data producers to send data to Amazon Data Firehose, and it automatically delivers the data to the destination that you specified. Hmm. So Amazon Kinesis data file automatically captures. So this does captures, it transforms and loads streaming data into data lakes, data stores, and analytics services. So it simplifies the process of collecting and processing real-time data. So it does this in real time. So allowing organizations to analyze and visualize their data effortlessly. Hmm. So some the it is comprises of data sources, data delivery streams, buffering destinations, and data transformation. So the main thing to focus on here is that Kinesis data files it captures data. You understand? It captures data and it sends data to a storage. So one key difference between Amazon with Kinesis data firehouse and Kinesis data stream is that it does not have any consumer. You understand? More of an application that processes the data. Kinesis data firehouse does the processing within itself. Let me put it in that way. So it transforms the data and processes the data and does every other thing. So at the destination is most times a storage. Hmm? The destination is most times a storage. You understand? That's the destination. I told you the data flows within Amazon Kinesis. Data stream is a data streaming service. So this Kinesis data firehose, what it does is it loads data, some data is being sent into it, loads data into destination, and destinations are always storage. So you don't need to write applications or manage resources. You configure your data producers to send data to data firehose. So data firehose, sorry, data firehose. What it does is this: it sends this data to the destination. The destination can be a storage. Huh? So I believe it's very clear. If there are anything that are not clear, can I know, please? Is there something that is not clear that, or you want me to come again? Hmm? Or can I get a fly? Can I get a fly? Okay. Okay. The ladies are doing good. Okay. Please, the diagram. Hmm? Which diagram? I've not gotten there. Oh. Okay. So let's proceed then. So let's see some common components of data fire hose. So the key components of Kinesis data fire hose is a data source. Remember, there is always a data source and there's always a destination. Take notes when it comes to Kinesis. There's a data source and there's a data destination. So let's talk about each of the components. There are about six of them or thereabout. So data sources. So these are the various applications or devices. This one sends data to the file. So example could be IoT devices, Internet of Things, application logs, and social media feeds. So you get delivery stream. So delivery stream is the main component that transports data from the sources, you understand, to destination. It acts as a pipeline for data flow. You understand? Think of the this thing. It the delivery streams. It does the data. Is the one that transforms the data. Sorry, I said transform. It sends the data from the source to the destination. You understand? From the source to destination. Unlike data fire, unlike what's the name again of this guy that we just discussed now? Data streams. Yes, it has producers. You understand? But we call this one's data source. You understand? So, but there's something called delivery stream. This one is a component. You understand? It delivers the data. You understand? Transfer data to the Amazon Kinesis, to the Kinesis data files itself. So the data from files can process and transform data before it is delivered. So this is what it does. It transforms the data, can process the data. So this includes format version, data filtering, or enrichment. So you can actually configure it to do whatsoever you want it to do with the data that it receives. Hmm? So data destinations. So the destinations now. So the destination now, like I told you, files can send data to multiple destinations such as Amazon S3, Amazon Redshift, Amazon Elasticsearch for search and analytics. You understand? If the data has been sent into a analytic storage, for example, you can still run an analytic process on that data storage. You understand? And also buffering. Before delivering data, firehose buffers incoming data for a specified period or size. This allows for efficient data transfers and a reduced costs. Okay, difference between data stream files data stream has producer. Yes, yes. So think of there's an agent that a producer actually sends the data, but you see, when it comes to data files, it's kind of this something called data. streams. You understand? This one transform the data to the Amazon Kinesis data files. Transport, sorry. Hmm? Can we proceed? Can I get a fly? Can I get a fly? Time has gone. Hello, ladies. Can I get a fly? Levina, only you. Your hand is really okay. It's Vera. It's Vera. I thought it was Levina. So let's look at the next slide. So now this a data flow in Amazon Kinesis Firehose. So there's a data source and there's their destinations. Now this destination, I just we can destination can be anything. So for this example, we are just using um, S3 bucket. So let me just quickly explain. This was I also brought out an explanation. I write down the explanations for us. So we can see the data source. So this is an origin of data records such as maybe applications or server or anything. So it's the data source. You understand? Hmm? So we have the fire hose delivery string. That's the data. That's the firehose itself. So it's the central component. This one collects the incoming data from the source, may I explain, and it can perform transformations on the data before delivery. You understand? So we have the other components that we see around here. Sorry. The other component that we see around here is the transform records. So if the data transformation is successful, the records are processed, you understand, and sent to primary destination. So this is the primary destination here. Hello, can I get a fly? Are we getting it? That times I just want us I just want to know that we are following. Hmm? Okay, so we have the data source, we have the firehose delivery stream, we have the transformed record, the records that are transformed, we have the transformation failure. It's been sent to a particular bucket, a different bucket. You understand? And we have the source records. So let's look at each of them. So the data source, you understand, is where the data is. Then we have the files delivery stream. So it's central complex. This one collects the incoming data from the source and uh, can perform transformation on the data before delivery. You understand? That's for the firehouse delivery stream. Then the transformed records. Uh, so if the data transcription is successful, the records are processed. You understand? You can perform anything on it and sent to the primary destination. So the destination is literally an S3 bucket in this case. So the main storage location is where the transform records are delivered. So in this case, it's an S3 bucket, like I said. So it acts as a data lake for storing the processed data. Hmm? Are there any question? So in this application, just in case there is a failure during the transformation, it is automatically sent to an S3 bucket, a different S3 bucket. You understand? And at the long run, you can choose to uh, process the data again and maybe send it to the main S3 bucket. So that's how this flow works. So this is just a typical example. So you see there's a data source, there's the data firehose, and there are two destinations. So just in case when the transform record there's a failure, you won't be sending it to the main source. You send it to a particular bucket. You understand? So maybe it can be processed and maybe later on sent back to Kinesis data files for proper processing, and then sent back and then sent to the source bucket or the main destination bucket. Hmm? Is it clear? Are there any questions? Are there any questions, or would you like me to fly? Yeah, not really like downtime, like the data was not well processed or transformed into the state at which is meant to. Because there are times that there are failure, maybe one or two impediments or one or two uh, how will I put it now? Maybe for example, the components within data files that are meant to transform the data didn't do the complete transformation. So automatically, maybe there's a tag on each data. You understand? So automatically, data that are not well transformed, or the records are sent to a particular S3 destination. Then maybe later there can be a configuration, maybe like a Lambda, to process the data, you understand, and maybe send it directly back to the main source bucket, or forward it back. So now this is an external, so this is an additional setting that, that will need to be done. But those on a high level, Amazon Kinesis data file will send the data to most of the times a data store. Hmm? So let's proceed to the next. So the explanations are here so that we can go over it and try to understand each of them. In summary, this flow demonstrates how Kinesis data files collect data from various sources, it processes it and delivers it to specified destinations, all while ensuring that the original data is preserved in case of transformation failures. So this design enhances data reliability and management. So there are different scenarios, different real time. I say real time, different cases of how Amazon Kinesis data files can be used. So the slides the previous slide the architectural diagram I just showed, that's just one of them. You understand? It's just for us to understand how the whole flow is. See, we get it. So let's proceed. Let's talk about data and analytics now. So let's talk about data and analytics now. This another Kinesis fire. Sorry, so sorry about that guys. This is another service within Amazon Kinesis, so data and analytics. So let's look into it. So Kinesis Data and Analytics is a fully managed service that enables you to process and analyze streaming data in real time. So this one uses SQL. You understand? So take note, it can be called Amazon Kinesis Data and Analytics alone, or it can be called also Amazon Kinesis Data and Analytics for SQL application. It's the same name. It's the same name. So don't let this thing confuse you. It's the same name. What it does, it helps you process and analyze streaming data in real time. It allows you to gain. So sorry, Lemina. So let's focus. So it allows you to gain insight from your data as it arrives. That's the main work. So you want to gain insights, you want to analyze the data to enable timely decision making and enhance operational efficiency. So one thing about all these Kinesis um, services, all the services, it makes it very easy. So you don't have to do a lot of configurations and the rest of them. You understand? Most especially when analyzing data. it can be a lot. It's a lot. You understand? From processing data, you understand? Like what we discussed about Amazon Quick Site, you understand? With the help of data analytics, Kinesis data analytics, this one does it helps you analyze the data in real time to get insight, for you to gain insight into your data as it arrives. So with Kinesis data analytics for SQL applications, you can process and analyze streaming data using standard SQL. So we all know what SQL query language is. So this service enables you to quickly author and run powerful SQL code against streaming sources to perform time series analytics, build real-time dashboard, and create real-time metrics. Hmm? So real-time, so why do we use Amazon Kinesis data analytics? So for real-time processing, like I said, to analyze data as it flows. You understand? As the data flow, while the data is still hot, you analyze the data. So providing immediate insights. So the other one is scalability, automatically scales to accommodate varying data volumes. And also integration works seamlessly with other AWS services like Kinesis data streams, S3, and Lambda. Hmm? So let me give us a deep dive into an architectural diagram of Amazon Kinesis data analytics. We don't need to really understand all, but the architectural diagram also helps us to understand, to know how the whole flow is. So we see there's a data source on the left hand side. So it can be an Amazon Kinesis stream or firehose delivery stream. You know what we talked when we talked about both services. So the analytical aspect of Kinesis, that's the Kinesis data analytics, what it does is it helps you analyze the data in near real time. I know there's a destination. There's always a destination. So we have the data source, like I said, then the application code, so the core processing logic that defines how to analyze the incoming data using SQL queries. So this one, the application code is something the developer is going to set within the Amazon Kinesis uh, data and analytics. So you understand. So the code, the query, the SQL language that the developer sets will determine how the data is going to be analyzed. Hope you get it. So on the other hand, we have the input streams. So the application input streams, the streaming data from Kinesis and reference data from S3s are processed by the applications. Can I proceed? Can I fly? I know Amazon Kinesis, the Amazon Kinesis can be a lot, but trust me, as time goes on, we are going to understand it. Understand? Some of us can get it once, and we can always go over again. And I draw up a comparison between each of the services, the four of them. Just a short one. Okay. So on the other hand, we have the output stream. So in the application output stream, the results of the analysis are sent to output stream for further use. So this can be directed to other services for storage or additional processing. So you understand, it can be sent to Amazon S3. You see the first flow on top, and see there's another flow. So that means multiple things can be going on within the data, the Kinesis data and analytics. Hmm? So let's proceed. Now let me move to each of the explanation. Like you said, there's data source, there's the application code. So this is the core processing logic that defines how to analyze the incoming data from SQL queries using SQL queries. Sorry. So the input stream in the application input stream, the streaming data from Kinesis and reference data from the S3 are processed by the application. So we have the output stream. So the results of the analysis are sent to output streams for further use, which can be for any reason. So the application output also, this can be directed to other services for storage or additional processing. So there's another aspect of it. Now, just take this an example. So for best practices during data streaming, especially real-time data streaming, there are times you want to set up like for disaster recovery or for let's just use what error handling. You understand? So they won't be sent to the same destination. Hmm? It can be sent to a different source, sorry, a different destination. You understand? And maybe later processed. You understand? Because there are failures at times in most applications. So the final output of so the processed data can be sent to Amazon Kinesis delivery stream and S3 bucket or an Amazon Redshift table for storage and further analysis. So are we good to go? Are we good to go? Any question? Any question? Is there anything that is not clear? If we are good to go, can I get a fly, please? Okay, I've seen miracle. Onoa, what is Anoluwa? What else again? Trying to remember. Akinsuku or Chidera. Okay, so let's proceed. So this is the last one. So you see, every one of them have its particular purpose. They all are for streaming. They are all for streaming, real life streaming. There are so many things we can stream. We can stream data, we can stream videos, so many things. Okay. I guess maybe Anolo has gone to use her hand for something else other than typing. Maybe she's trying to divide. So let's go. Let's proceed. Let's take the last one. So Amazon Kinesis video stream is a fully managed services so that makes it easy to securely stream video from connected devices to AWS for analytics, machine learning, and storage purpose. So it allows developers to build applications that can process and analyze and store video data in real time. So you can use Amazon Kinesis Video Stream, a fully managed service, to stream live data. So it will be data that are coming from these CCTV cameras, you understand, cameras within a bank, you understand, and the rest of them. So stream live data from devices to the AWS cloud or build applications for real-time video processing or batch-oriented video analytics. So Kinesis video stream isn't only for storage, for storing video data. You can use it to watch your video streams. in real time as they are received in the cloud. So even our Netflix and the rest of them. So you can either monitor your live streams in the AWS Management Console or develop your own monitoring application that uses Kinesis video streaming API library to display live video. I believe this one is very simple. So why use Amazon Kinesis video stream? So um, for real-time processing, analyze video data as it streams in, enabling immediate insight, you understand, to your data, your video rather. So scalability automatically scales to large volumes of video data from multiple sources. So we know it all is integrates with all AWS services. So let's just look at an architectural diagram. So we see how this actually works. So we see there are producers. The producers also can be anything. Producers can be maybe from a streaming data application. You understand? Like I said, producer can be a camera, can be a CCTV camera. Understand? Then the Amazon Kinesis video stream, the service receives the data, the media data from producers and manages the streaming process. So don't let the AWS clouds that we are seeing into places confuse us. You understand? It's just think of it as two separate AWS accounts. You understand? Two separate AWS accounts. This one is for a different purpose. This one is for a different purpose also. Hmm? Are there any questions? Can we move on? Like I said, the only one that may seem to be difficult is the data streams, but the rest of them is they are very very simple, very very simple. So let's move to the next slide, which explains this. So then, so we see the producers, device like camera or mobile device act as producers, sending data, sending media data, video streams. Take note of that when it comes to Kinesis video streams. So Amazon Kinesis video stream, this is receive the media data from producers. So you understand and manages the streaming process. So the data consumers and batch consumers, they can be continuous consumers. So these applications like this that receives not just EC2 instances, any this thing can be Lambda, it can be what's this other compute service? Can be a container, can be KS or anyone. You understand? So receives and process stored video data in batches. So it can be continuous consumers. So this application continuously process the incoming video streams in real time. So the AWS cloud that we saw in the architecture, the entire process happens within the AWS cloud, ensuring scalability and security for the media data being streamed. So that's all. So in summary, just so we know, Kinesis data stream is ideal for real-time data ingestion and processing. Kinesis data files, in the other hand, simplifies the loading and transforming of streaming data into storage solutions, S3, Redshift, databases, or anyone. So Kinesis data analysis focuses on real-time data analysis. This uses SQL. So, and the last but not least, the Kinesis video stream is designed specifically for streaming and processing video data in real time. So, like I say, each service is tailored to specific use cases within the streaming data ecosystem, allowing organizations to choose the right tool based on their needs. So, when you click on Amazon Kinesis data, when you click on Amazon Kinesis, so what happens there is you select from which service you want to use. So you understand, you select if it's the data analytics you want to use, you select the data analytics. If it's the data files you want to use based on your business need. So you understand. So but everything happens within the cloud, within the AWS cloud. And there are also uh security. Now there's encryption also. There's also encryption, but that has to do with the security aspect of it. So you understand, you can also encrypt your data, but I decided not to cover it here, talk about it here, so it won't be too much for us. But data also, how can you secure the data? So you can even use KMS to secure the data. You understand, you can encrypt the data while the data is in transit and also when the data is at rest. So we get, since everything is happening in the cloud, like we said earlier on, that each of these Kinesis services integrates well with other AWS services too. So are there any questions? If you have a question, can I see you drop a question while I attend to your questions? If you don't have any question, I have a question for us. Are there any question? Hello? I know the weather of today can really be challenging. No, no knowledge check. Oh, there are 47 of us here. There are plenty today. No, there are no knowledge check today. There's no knowledge check today. But I have question for us. Okay. Okay. You know, all of them are Kinesis. Think of Kinesis as a service on its own. So there are services. Kinesis, Amazon Kinesis is made up of the four components I made mention of. A lot is too much. Just. Yeah, so that is why I didn't want to talk about go in depth, talk about the security aspect of it, talking about encryption or us doing the demo. It will just be much. So Kinesis on its own, trust me, it's a lot. It's a lot, but trust me, you guys are doing fine. Seriously, I'm not trying to cajole you or any this thing. You guys are doing fine. You guys are doing fine. So you want me to go over the slides again? Why not just let me just summarize or instead of going over the slide again? Okay, the next topic, don't worry. Let me just quickly go over the summary. Now, we are talking about data. Take note, we're talking about data. Like I said earlier before we started, we're talking about data. We're talking about data. We're talking about streaming data, streaming real-time data, real time. We're talking about streaming real-time data. You understand? As it's hot. You understand? And there are different data, different data. We make use of data every day. Data as videos, even music too is a data. You understand? It's a data on its own. You understand? How can we analyze this data? You understand? How can we get feeds? How can we get insight into this data as it's processing? Think of Kinesis as real-time streaming data, as data is flowing to data. I guess so. As Chioma says, our brain is hot. Don't mind me with this. So, what do you think? Which of these Kinesis services can we use? Understand that we can direct to her. So, our brain typically now is a storage. So, let's just imagine Chioma's brain is hot. Which of these Kinesis services can we choose? You understand? To direct, water, for example, to Chioma's brain. Take note of, I said our brain is like a storage now that is literally on fire. So in this case, anybody? Yes, Ayola, that's good. Firehose. Yes. So you guys see now. It's very simple. It's very simple. So it's firehose. It's firehose. So you see, it's very, very simple. Just think of a firehose. When you're thinking of storage, that's why I said storage. So you people are too good, sorry. So I don't want to really go deep into technical things. That's why I'm trying to hold on some things so you understand. So that's nice. That's nice. So Chioma, I believe we are going to quickly configure Kinesis files for your brain. So you can just be streaming water into your brain. So let's call it a day. No, it cannot be called a data engineering tools because it does not really process data as such. No, there are so much that can be done in the data. Kinesis does not analyze the data. When it comes to data engineering, there's also an aspect of analyzing. So you understand? Um, dossier. So guys, let's call it a day. Let's call it a day. So remember each of them, each of them, each of them, each of them has a source and they have a destination. Kinesis is in the middle, it's in the cloud. Just take note of that. And trust me, guys, with this information, you are good to go. You're good to go. So you can just go back to the slides or the video and try to understand it more. You understand? So let's call it a day. It's nice seeing you people. I really appreciate your time spent here. Thank you for sending questions. And thank you for your contribution. But it simplifies loading and transformation of transformation like Airbnb. I don't know what MBN. I've heard of Airbnb, but what was it again? Like okay, let's call it a day, please. Let's call it a day. If you have any further questions, you can drop it in the Telegram. I'm sorry I'm not always on that on Telegram, but trust me, when I come around, I just check if you have any questions or anyone I can answer. So see you guys, see you ladies on Wednesday. Bye.